Hello everyone, this is Nayla speaking for the Girl with the Curly Hair Project and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I would like to make a short video on social anxiety, what it is, how it affects a person and how it's related to someone with autism or ASD. A lot of people underestimate the impact social anxiety can have on someone's life. When you hear about social anxiety, most people will think that the person is shy and that you can overcome this shyness by going out more or by confronting yourself more with the situations in which you are shy. However, social anxiety is an actual disorder. Social phobia is listed in the DSM and can have a massive impact on people's life. Basically, what it means is that you have one or multiple fears for certain situations in which you as a person are exposed to other people and other people judging you. There is an enormous fear here that the fear is that you'll look ridiculous and that people will laugh at you. So in the end, you will avoid any kinds of these situations that will expose you in that kind or in that manner. And because of that, a lot of the activities or daily life performances of that person are mixed up, jumbled up, and limited. Social anxiety is very real and cannot be solved by putting a person into a certain situation and thinking they will get over their shyness. When it comes to someone who has autism, social anxiety comes forth from the fact that we lack social skills. We do not know how to react to certain situations, even if it's just saying hello, going to the bakery to get a bread or whatever. And this causes an enormous anxiety because you've been mocked before, you've been judged before, and you've been put into situations where people will judge you for your lack of social skills. Keeping that in mind, this can lead to social anxiety. Let me give you some examples, some real life examples, every day-to-day examples. Personal example, I go to the postal office and I want to drop a letter I've written to someone in the letterbox, and in one hand I'm holding the letter, in the one hand I'm holding the key to my bicycle because I've just locked it. Instead of putting the letter in the letterbox, I drop the key in the letterbox because dyspraxia. This actually happened. So now I have to go inside the postal office, tell the person what happened so they can open the letterbox and give me back my key. Even though this is already massive for someone who has autism, when you go in there and you explain the situation, they will think it's amusing and they will laugh at you. And the whole situation is probably very amusing indeed, but at that moment you don't experience it as such because you're so stressed out and you're so anxious about that it didn't go as you predicted it would go, and you're sweating and you're stressing and you're experiencing a deep, honest fear. Your heart starts palpitating. You portray all the symptoms of going into a very deep and honest fear, and you either freeze, you shut down, you run away, or you melt down. Other examples can be just going to the butcher's and you need something, or your child needs something to get needs to get something for you, and you've written it down on a list, and the child gives the list to the butcher, and rather than just reading the list, he will ask the child to tell him what the child needs. The child can't, gets under a lot of pressure, experience the same kind of social fear. If it's just one time, the person can get over that fear, but if this happens repeatedly in multiple situations involving people in general, you will start to avoid these kind of situations because they trigger a very deep fear. And it's when you start avoiding these situations that you can speak of an honest social anxiety as a disorder. It limits your life. You don't go out because it's people, and people will judge your social abilities and you're not able to speak because they will judge you. That's social anxiety. How does this affect the lives of people with ASD? Massively. Can you imagine having to take the train for a day out and not being able to speak to the person selling the train tickets. It's difficult. And a lot of people will tell you to just get over it and you're just shy. But the fear within is so deeply rooted, and you have honest fear reactions to that situation. So you simply can't react. I'm not sure I can really give a comparison to what that fear feels like, but try and remember the moment that you were afraid the most of all, and try to remember what your body did to you, physiological, I mean. You start sweating, hot sweats, cold sweats, your heart's racing, you start hyperventilating, you just want to run, or you shut down. There's this really deep fear and it hurts, and you can't really react to do anything. So that's how it feels. And telling us to go out more or mingle with people more to get over it does not work. It simply does not work. So what does help? What does help? If you know someone who has ASD and social anxiety, first of all, do not ever force them to speak. Never, don't do that. That's horrible. They will only get anxious even more and stop regarding you as a safe person if you are a safe person to them. Just talk to them. If they don't respond, let them be. Let them know it's okay to not respond. Let them know that if they need to be alone and not feel comfortable, it's okay. Talk about safe signs. If you go out somewhere and your child or your partner has social anxiety and freezes in a situation, have a certain cue that like this is an okay situation and I need to help or intervene. This can be holding up a card, making a signal with your hands, anything really, so you can step up and help the person who needs to be helped. This is very helpful. Knowing that there is someone there behind you, like a safety net to help you, does decrease the anxiety a tiny bit. So that's definitely helpful. Other things that can help is to get therapy going in which you help explain social situations and what is expected in certain social situations is always helpful. Also keep in mind that social anxiety does stem from low self-esteem. So boosting up confidence is very good as well, although for many people with autism this is very difficult because they have been bullied all their lives, and getting to go around that and on top of that takes a lot of work and very often professional health care as well. So this is okay. This really is okay. As a mother or a father or a friend or a partner, you're simply not always equipped with all the possible things, and this is perfectly okay. And dealing with someone who has social anxiety isn't the easiest of things, because you often feel like you're doing all the work and you often feel like wishing they just get over it, but it's not that simple. Keep in mind that social anxiety is such a deeply rooted fear inside, very primal. Yes, I would definitely call it primal. And being there as a safety net to help this person in times of need will definitely help reduce the anxiety in that situation a bit more. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you have more questions, you can always check our website or our YouTube channel or our Facebook page for more information. And I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.